Okay, good afternoon, sir. This is Karthik. I'm from Indian Textile Journal. To start with, I just wanted to ask you, what are the market prospects for Lakshmi Ring Travelers' products in India, and how do you plan to position these products?
Yeah, very good afternoon, Karthik, and I hope all the viewers are safe at their homes. So, thank you very much for inviting me for this interview. So, as you all know, that Lakshmi Ring Travelers has an established market in India, and we have a market share of around 73.5% in the Indian market. So for us, we have products in all segments of the market. So whether it is for cotton or whether it is for man-made fibers, very coarse counts, very fine counts. We have products for an entire spectrum of the industry today. So in this connection, we have a very good market presence, and I'm sure that our prospects in this market, as far as India and the global market, is very good.
Okay. So speaking about, like, as you said, you've got a lot of products for all the segments of the textile industry. Can you brief us about your marketing strategies that were applied in order to stand out of the competition among the industry?
Yeah. So as you know that one of our USPs is that we are a total traveler solution. So in our case, we have, as I told you, one of the thing is our products are one of the best in the industry. So we have a range of products in terms of different profiles, finishes, cross sections, so that we could offer our products which none of our competitors could offer. For example, any travelers, like very fine travelers, 30O travelers for any 300 counts, for any 320 counts. Probably we are the only people in the world which could offer 30O travelers, 32O travelers, 34O travelers, very fine travelers. And when I mean total traveler solutions, it is not only on the products. We have a very good reach in the global markets, including India. So our delivery is very good. We could offer our travelers anywhere in the world within 48 hours. In many of the places, it is within 24 hours. And then we are probably one of the very few company, or I would say the only company who have a dedicated team to give problem solving to the customers. So we could give them improving, so they help in improving the quality of the yarn, improving the productivity for the mill. So it is all done on a free of cost basis. We don't charge anything to the customer, and we are having a very good agents across the world who in turn also have a dedicated team to give them all this service. So in terms of, when I say total traveler solutions, it's the product, it's the delivery, it's the range of travelers which we have, and our problem solving abilities, not only for ring travelers, but in a holistic manner, how the mill can improve the productivity as a whole and how they can improve the quality of yarn as a whole is being addressed by our team.
Okay, sir. So in this current situation, like, how do you think is the demand for ring travelers? And what are some of the emerging trends in the industry?
Yeah, so the demand, we would say that the market size of travelers probably in the post-COVID scenario will decrease because of lesser apparel sales. So all the downstream segments like knitting, weaving, spinning, and also ginning, as well as the raw material requirements obviously will reduce. And but to what extent will only depend as days go by, because still the uncertainty is there and it is anybody's guess what is going to be the overall reduction in this particular segment. But as far as LRT is concerned, we are definitely well equipped in all the markets where we have tremendous stocks also in most of the markets. So in this situation, we are able to not only sustain, we are able to grow in our market shares, even in these situations where there is a lockdown in many of the countries.
Right, sir. So, as you know, modernization and automation is increasing across industries. What is the significance of this polarity?
Yeah, definitely. As far as modernization has increased, specifically with respect to ring travelers, you would have seen in the last few years that people
Right,
are going for much longer ring frames. So we are talking about ring frames in excess of 1,200 spindles, 1,432 or 1,800 and all, which are going. So these, when people go for longer ring frames, obviously people would like to have a very long life travelers, because when you stop the
right,
ring frame, changing the travelers, it involves a longer period for change of travelers. So we have in our basket of products finishers which can cater to this particular requirement in particular. Like our Express Plus Travelers, which we launched around a year back, is giving us tremendous results. And today, probably this is a benchmark for all our competitors also to achieve. So we are raising the bar
right,
for our competitors as well. So one is respect to longer ring frames, and next is with auto doffing coming up today in a very big manner. Obviously, the startup brakes in auto doffing has to be reduced compared to the normal doffing. So in this case, we have come out with various special profiles. We have come up with various cross sections also to reduce the startup brakes and the overall brakes. So this is very
right,
important.
sir. Right. So, as you know, it has been more than a month now for the lockdown. So, what are expectations from the government?
Yeah, so as of now, in the last 1 month, we had tremendous problems with respect to movement of goods for exports, because some of our products also goes into production of yarn, which some of our customers specifically do products which are for masks, which are for coveralls in different countries. So we try to inform the government that you need to allow us to keep some part of our plant also running, which was not possible. But at least the transportation of goods from which we have stock, which we had requested the government to allow for us, and partly we were able to do, but not to a very great extent. So, in the last say 40 days or so, we did some part of exports, whereas in the domestic market, everything is closed, nothing was happening. But as far
Right,
as our international
right,
markets
sir.
are concerned, they were working. Like our main market is China,
Okay,
where almost 45% of our sales goes to China. And we had, unfortunately, we had a
okay,
huge stock in China with all our sub-agents. We have around 10 sub-agents there,
yes,
and so that sales part of it was not affected. Similarly, in Vietnam and
hmm,
Indonesia, also most of the spinning mills were working in this period of lockdown as well.
okay,
So, due to
hmm,
which we were not affected to a very great extent as far as the international market is concerned during this lockdown process. But as far as the
okay,
domestic market is concerned, yes, definitely all the spinning mills were closed, which just started reopening in the last few days, and that too partially.
okay,
So,
okay.
in fact, since our export is contributing to a significant percentage of our sales, so our impact has
Hmm.
been limited to that extent.
So, speaking about the production, like, has the production of ring travelers completely stopped right now, or it is partially started?
No, no, because our factories are located in Coimbatore. One factory is there, and one is near Balaji in Annamalai.
Right,
Unfortunately,
sir.
these two zones are in the, especially our Annamalai unit, it is very close to so-called the red zone, which is there.
Hmm.
So the government has not allowed us to start production as of now. So we are
Okay,
waiting for some permissions to do some partial, limited sort of a production. We are waiting for the approvals. But we were able to do the maintenance work and then some dispatches. So with the limited people at our units. So this was possible, but
okay.
actual production of travelers was not started, which we hope to start very quickly because we're expecting the approvals to come up very soon for us.
Okay, very good, sir. Very good. So, my next question is, what kind of challenges are you anticipating when you resume business post lockdown?
Yeah, probably the issues will be on the demand side. So we need to
Right,
see how fast the European market and the US market is going to come back to, I won't say normal, at least to 70% of the sales which they have been doing in the apparel sales, because that is only going
right,
to reflect, and the demand is going to come from there. So we need to
right, sir.
wait and see how much of that is going to happen, how quickly it is going to happen. But as I see it, being election year for the US, probably a lot of Mr. Trump also will be putting in a lot of money in the hands of the people. And
Obviously,
there
sir.
will be some spending happening. And once the lockdown is slowly coming to an end, we will see some
Hmm,
spurt in, say, in textiles as well.
hmm,
So that is what we are
right.
expecting as. So if that is happening, it's a good sign for us. And most of the countries are now have wanting to have a balance between lockdown
Hmm,
and economic activity. You can't have one or the other. So because this is not a
obviously.
very, this is something which is going to
Hmm,
go on for a very long time. So we need to have a balance,
okay.
and we need to take all precautions, but also allow some economic activity to also parallelly happen. So this is what.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And our
Right, sir.
challenges mainly would be on the people side. For example, in India, many of the workers, especially in the south, are from
Hmm,
Orissa, Bihar, and from the north. So once the
right, sir.
lockdown coming to an end, we expect many of them may go back to their native places. That is also a very big concern for most of the spinning mills. So they will be
Right, sir.
having a problem with respect to labor, which is a major
Hmm,
challenge. And once they don't have labor, the mills cannot operate at 100% capacity, and due to which our sales also will be down. So one is on the labor
true.
front, another is on demand of yarn front, which is a very
Yes.
important thing which we need to see. And as far as raw materials also will be a very major issue, because the prices have significantly come down for various raw materials in the last 1.5 months, whereas many mills have a lot of stock of raw
Hmm,
materials for
right,
1 month, 1.5 months, and they cannot be selling it at, and the yarn should be sold at today's raw material prices. So that is what the market will expect. So they'll have to book some
right.
losses, the major challenge which they have to face. So with the
Okay, sir.
crude oil coming down, we have polyester, viscose coming down. Cotton prices are almost 15% lesser than what it was around a month back. So we need to
Hmm,
see in terms of these challenges of people, raw material, yarn demand. So these are the main challenges
yes,
which
sir.
will be post lockdown.
Correct. Right, sir. So, have you recalibrated your growth plan due to COVID-19? Like,
Yes, we have made a very clear plan in terms of how we are going to approach post-COVID. So we are
hmm,
training all our team to be very effective in terms of telemarketing, in terms of corresponding webinars, and all our agents are very well equipped across the world to seize this opportunity to increase our market share. So although the market
oh,
size will reduce, we are very confident
hmm,
that our market share is going to significantly grow in all the markets,
right.
because all our
Yes,
agents
sir.
are very active, and they know what is to be done in this post-COVID situation where a lot of challenges are there. So I am
Hmm,
very sure that our degrowth may not be to the extent of what the industry is forecasting, which is to a tune of 35-40% for the apparels.
hmm.
For us, we don't expect that to happen, because we hope to increase our market shares significantly in all the markets globally, in all the 40 countries we are operating today.
Okay, sir. I'm done with my questions, sir. Do you need to add anything else apart from this?
Yeah, in fact, just two or three main things. In fact, with our in the last 1 year or so, we have come up with lots of new finishes like Express Plus, Platina,
Okay,
which is
right,
travelers which had a lot of pull effect from the customer's side.
right,
So this is
right,
going
sir.
to help tremendously in this post-COVID scenario. So there will be a lot
Very
of
good.
travel restrictions across the world, which we are aware of. And these travelers, in fact, the product will talk for us. So this is
Right.
something we have already done. And in terms of profiles also, we have specific profiles added for compact, for dyed synthetics, and for specific segments in the market, which there was a gap in our product range. So fortunately,
Right,
since
sir.
we had all this in the last year or so, we are very confident that in spite of us visiting, our products will talk in the market, and we should be able to tide this crisis situation much more smoother than others.
Okay, sir. So I just wanted to know more information about the finishes which you're talking about, like more detail on the new product which you're talking.
Exactly. So, in fact, we have finishes for all customers. For example, our finisher starts from Sapphire, Sapphire Plus, which is our base
Right, sir.
finish, which is extremely good finish, and which could take on all counts, all materials. So, this is a finish which is our basic finish. So from this, we
Okay.
have other finishes like High Tech, Maxima, Platina, and Express Plus. So this Express Plus is one finish which we are banking on. In fact, last 1 year, we have tremendous responses, I told you, not only with respect to life of travelers. That is one part of it, but many of the customers are informing us that this traveler, I'm able to get better productivity. So it's not the
Yes,
life
sir.
I will go, because this traveler could run even 20 days, 25 days in most of
Right,
the
sir.
situations, in some cases 40 days as well. But they say that
Right,
the
sir.
breakage levels, what they are getting with respect to other finishers of our own finishers as well as of competition, is significantly
Yes,
less
sir.
in those 10 days, 15 days also. So you get more
Right, sir.
productivity from day one, and the breakage levels are also not increasing significantly from the first day. Normally, in any mill, as
Okay.
you know, over a period of time, the breakage will slowly increase, whereas in this cases, it is stable. And also the startup
Mhm.
breaks are much lesser. And the
Right, sir.
travelers also, they're able to go for minimum 1000 RPM more than the regular thing.
Mhm.
So people with this Express Plus are able to get better productivity. So that is a great
Right.
advantage for us as far as Express Plus is concerned. And it is a real word of mouth is very strong for this product, and because of which we are getting a significant market share increase because of this particular product. Within a year or so, we have almost 8% of our sales comes from this product. So that's a true indication that
Oh,
the product is picking up significantly well. Yeah, thank you very much for having me, and good luck. Stay at
sure,
home. Be safe.
sure.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.